Drawing so predictable. Heyo. I lost track though. So the art exhibit, breaking graffiti. How are you guys doing today? Ghost. I'm tired, guys. How are you guys doing? Looks like a drawing channel, sleeping stream. Yeah. What if I became a 24-hour sleeper? All right, chat. Next time I stream, it'll be a sleeping stream to make sure I catch up on my sleep. I'm pretty tired. I've been trying to reduce the amount of coffee I drink, but it makes me depressed. I think coffee's the only thing that's keeping me going. This is it. I'm addicted to coffee. Just like that cat girl who's addicted to cigarettes. Do you guys did you guys see that one anime that's airing this season? The cat girl chain smoker? Or cat chain smoker cat. Do you own any sheep? Yeah, it's you guys. It actually seems like a pretty fun one. Hey, whoa, hey, Statics. Not my thing. I think it looks a little kind of funny. I like the stupid gimmick to it. It's kind of gross, but it's interesting. It's like, it's funny too, because it's one of those things that it kind of sells the idea that smoking is really, really bad, better than a lot of different things. I haven't seen it myself yet, but I have seen the, what's it called? The clips on YouTube, right? I want to check it out. I think I'll add it to my queue list of things to watch. You know, on this. It's well animated, but not a fan of such stories. I think it's pretty fun. I guess it's not for everyone too. It's kind of gross when you look at it. People vomiting, secondhand smoke, cigarettes. But it looked like a fun, dumb gimmick anime. Sort of like Chiro no ko no ko no ko no ko koshitan dan. How are you guys doing? I'm tired. Let me tell you guys though. I've been enjoying Minecraft on the phone. Right? I've been trying to figure out like the best optimal way to play Minecraft on the phone. But the thing is, like, touchscreen controls is pretty bad. So I've been using it just so, like, whenever I'm on the go and I want to have some time, I've been using it to practice building in creative, like making like furnishing for indoor stuff and making outdoor things like outdoor lamps and paths. So I'm learning like different block palettes and stuff. So I've been having fun with that whenever I can. The anime is so forgotten. The Shiro Noko 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 Koshitan-tan. I'm not surprised. Building and creative, yeah. Because like I tried playing in survival mode, but having to spin around really, really quickly and like swing your sword, what a pain in the butt. Contrary to controller. Dying of heat, I feel that. Do a sleep stream? I don't know. I mean, like in a serious note, I probably would never do a sleep stream because I don't know. I like I said before, I don't really care for sleep streams, and sometimes I'm worried I'll do something in my sleep. How dare you? How dare I? How dare you? Why don't you do a sleep stream? Have you ever considered that? But yeah, I want to get better at building in Minecraft because I really want to make something look nice. I really need to come back to the server though, when I can. I want to build something on the server. I still have like, I think like the thing is with the server, I really want to do like a bunch of mega builds because I think it'll be interesting to do mega builds with everybody more than it is to do smaller builds with like, maybe a smaller build will be fine too. Sleepover would be that fun. We could have a sleepover. You are the streamer. Haha. No, I'm an artist. Like you said yourself, I'm the artiste. Sleep cam, but no camera. Definitely not fake. Maybe I could put like snoring sounds. Record a whole bunch of snoring sounds. Give me a second. Let me go. I don't know though. I think the Minecraft music is not helping. Should we listen to something like Final Fantasy 14 again? Should we listen to the Final Fantasy 14 music? I feel like that Minecraft music is not helping me. Sleep talk about how flat Ina is. Let's listen to Final Fantasy 14, some of the raid battles. Yeah, I need to get hype. I need to get like up there, you know? Because like I'm really low energy. Like Rara says, she's very low cholesterol. Coral. So let's get some music going here. There we go. I think the Minecraft music is just gonna make me fall asleep. How's it going? I just finished my my drawing. My scythe girl looks like a man. Don't worry. Sometimes that happens too when drawing. It's just like, if it looks like a man, what makes you think that it looks like a man? You wanna know a fun fact? What's the fun fact? Blue Archive music is pretty chill. I need something that's less chill. I need something hyper. Something that'll like pick up my spirit. Because I've been listening to Minecraft music this whole day, and I won't lie that like I've been getting very low energy. Limbus. No, not Limbus. I really want to come back to Final Fantasy 14 now. Breathing causes cancer. I mean, air burns you. I mean, when you think about it, oxygen is combustible. So whenever we breathe oxygen, we have combustible gas inside of us. Well, how have you guys been? I've been like itching to play video games though. I've been like really, like this like Minecraft stuff has been like trying to satisfy my itch, but it hasn't been enough because I haven't been playing a lot. And I need to play more. I need to play more, guys. Yeah, he's pulling up all this stuff now. I've been doing the Blue Archive Valentine's thing. It's not Valentine's Day though. Just play video games? I do want to play video games. The thing is too, like part of the reason I got Minecraft was because I was like, I was tired of getting walled off in gacha games by stamina and stuff like that, right? I was playing Stellasora and I was enjoying that, and I was playing Blue Archive, but then it's like, when I run out of stamina, there's not really much I can do, so I like playing, what's it called? I like to play, I picked up Minecraft that way I could play a game without having to worry about stamina or resources or things like that. Dailies. And it actually works pretty well on the phone. I'm actually surprised how optimized Minecraft is on the phone. Like, it actually is full-blown Minecraft. Building, creative, everything in there. It's just touch controls is a pain in the butt. I was looking into like portable iPhone controllers that could work out pretty well for a for what's it called? For iPhone, but I can't find anything that's like portable. Never heard of a game, what's it called? Don't worry about it. Very flammable. It's a stamina event, so you get like 3 invites a day. I see. I keep wanting to force backgrounds to my action poses, but it's probably a good idea to do simple backgrounds. The thing is though, if you want to get better at backgrounds, you'll have to start learning by just doing it. That's what I say, you know? That's why I think if I'm going to do this whole NSFW thing, I just have to start doing it. Just dive straight into it, just like backgrounds. Play 2 Minecrafts at the same time. I was thinking about that too. It's like, hear me out. Okay, here's my crazy plan to do, right? Okay, it sounds crazy, but what if I had Minecraft on the phone in front of me, right? And then I have creative mode to test out some things like builds and stuff, and then I had the PC version here. Hear me out. Am I going crazy on this? Am I going too stupid? Time to put shaders. It has the vibrant thingy. What's it called? Vibrant visuals, but my phone can't handle it, so it crashes every time. So I don't even bother with shaders. I think that'll just be on a PC thing. Have you tried drawing in my sleep? I wish I could. Do you have any recommendations for a Valentine's story I should do? Kind of run out for my student. What do you mean Valentine's story to do? You mean like you can make a custom one? Balls deep, yeah. But I really do want to get better at building, because I kind of want to like make Minecraft like a game that I just keep coming back to. Like a forever world, right? So that way, well, I guess that's a server, but maybe I should make another world for myself one day. That way, in case like something happens to the server, shut up, sorry. Every student has a Valentine's Day. Why don't you just do everybody's Valentine's Day then? That's what I did with Granblue. Whenever there was a Valentine's or Christmas event, or even my birthday event, I always did every single one because they would have a whole story element for your birthday, Valentine's, and Christmas, and it was very cute. It's like, oh, Christmas, we're gonna spend time together, or Valentine's Day, oh, I love you, kind of thing. Here's some piece of chocolate. Or your birthday, they're like, happy birthday! I miss Granblue. Do you think they have like a mod for Granblue into what's it called? Do you think they have a mod for Granblue in Minecraft? Maybe I should make the Grand Cipher. I think the thing is too, like, I was just trying to think about like what kind of builds would I even do in Minecraft, and I was thinking like, because I don't know, the idea of like trying to make a world and lore, I mean, it sounds fun and stuff, but I kind of want to just build things from other games, like the Grand Cipher from Granblue. I think that'd be really, really cool. Granted, scale is gonna be big. It's locked behind an item because it gives you stuff. What kind of stuff does it give you? I made a dragon from my drawing. Oh, but probably better to take it out because I'll just do both, one with and without. Yeah, you should probably do that. Make a variant style where you're able to have a what's it called? Twice the amount. I guess using the etch mod, I can sneak in Final Fantasy XIV music. We could have Dancing Green. The thing is too, like I want to keep adding a bunch of stuff to the Minecraft, but I don't want to like take away from the vanilla sense. How are your plans for my birthday? Oh, okay. Who knows, honestly, at this point. With everything that's happening, maybe I'll just die. I'll just die on stream in Minecraft. Alright, chat. 100 ways to die in Minecraft. That's my stream, guys. For my birthday. LF, the Peak Shards, exclusive chocolate with a student. Oh, that sounds pretty nice. There we go. I haven't played Blue Archive in a while though. Or Stellasora, now that I think about it. I think ever since I got Minecraft on my phone, I've been playing Minecraft on my phone. The first death should be old age? Okay, watch this, guys. Girls old really fast. I gotta say though, Stellasora, I've been having a lot of the fan arts show up on my thing, on my feed. And I gotta say, the Tyrant girl is very cute. The main character girl. Like, have you guys seen what they put in anime? Oh, well, not Anime Expo. I think it's Comic-Con. Yeah, it's Summer Comic-Con. Let me see. In Summer Comic-Con, they're showing some of the Stellasora merch you could get, and oh, that's kind of cute. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me show you the body pillow. They are really like. So I was listening to a video talk about how this game is being held by the Tyrant, right? The main character girl, and they are right. Look, there she is. She's got her own official body pillow. Wow. I find it funny that this game is being held together because of her, but I think it's funny. I think it's funny. She is a fun main character and very cute and potentially funny, right? Alin, what, guys? Huh? What? Say it. Huh? What do you want to say? Because you get a bunch of invites and I did all the students I want to? Mine? How about Mine? There we go. I feel like the thing is with the Minecraft thing too, like because of all the mods I added that allows me to add other things, like say drawings or music, I can always put like some Stellasora things in there, or make some Stellasora items and Blue Archive items. There is like a mod for Blue Archive guns in Minecraft, like using Vic's Point Blank. I'm considering getting that too, but just to collect. I don't know. Like, I want to add like a bunch of stuff, but at the same time I'm trying to avoid adding a bunch of stuff that's gonna like destroy the game balance, I guess? I don't know. I'm looking at like another Forever World pack. Will the Challenger be alright? Not in my phone, but just thinking about it on my computer, basically. Java. There we go. We're gonna try to blast through these commissions really quickly though. I have a bunch. I am so going to be happy. Add the guns, but remove the ways to get a bullet. Oh, that might be a good idea, actually. Wait a second. That's actually a really good idea, Feder. Because then I could just get the guns and collect it. I like the idea, right? I like the idea of just collecting items and adding mods just to collect the items. Unlock more characters and Biden Isaac. Do you unlock the secret characters or just the characters you get normally? Because there's like this one secret character that involves like dying, if I remember correctly. Because when I'm playing like Minecraft, along with the build stuff, I want to collect the armor trims, right? In my forever world, potentially, or on the server, right? I want to collect all the armor trims and make like an armor set of each one. In different colors. Just a armory of armors. There you go, look at this little guy. Look at him, he's so chunky. It's kind of cute. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm in my Minecraft arc again. Because it's like, it's one of the most relaxing games I could play while still being able to do stuff. Because of my phone! You have a bunch of commissions, what a surprise. This will help too, it's almost the weekend, or 4th of July.
It's all over. Until next time.
But luckily, after I finish this current batch, which I should probably finish up by the 7th, I'll have at least another set of wiggle room to get ahead of the commissions, you know? So, even Samson? Okay, yeah, you don't have the secret character. Out of bed! But I don't know. I'm trying to like try to make Minecraft to a really fun third space. I was listening to a video talking about that, and I kind of wanted it with the server. The idea of making it to a third space where essentially it's a place where people can hang out and do things together, right? That's what I was thinking about, like with the like adding cars to the Minecraft server. We just have a bunch of dumb activities we could do, like cars or the Cobblemon stuff, right? And then there's like the mini games you could really do. I wanted to turn it into a third space, and I think that's what I was really aiming for with the server. I don't know, I'll still figure out how to make that work. Wasn't there a thing about hosting Minecraft servers being illegal? I heard about that actually, which is really, really dumb, and I really don't think it's gonna go anywhere. Like, honestly, it's like one of the craziest things to say, and it comes from people who don't understand what they're saying, you know? I liked Inferno. It comes from someone who also represents Microsoft, who owns Microsoft, which is the funniest thing to say because they also have servers that are private that are connected to them. You know what I mean? Like, Hypixel is like one of the biggest private servers. You know? Or not. What else is there? I don't think Hypixel's on Bedrock, right? But isn't there like a bunch of Bedrock servers also connected to Microsoft in a way? So I don't think they're. I think it's one of those things that is really coming from people who don't know what they're talking about. Even if they have a lot of authority or power, it's one of those things I think it's gonna like get stomped out, hopefully quickly. Because it's really, really dumb what they're saying. Like, I could understand to say like, oh, piracy, yes, I get it. Maybe there's some argument that piracy is done illegally, right? Some people do piracy for game preservation, which is, I think, is a very important aspect, especially nowadays. Sony, Xbox. But I do think that, like, there should be an aspect of piracy that should be on a legal sense, in my opinion, right? The idea of preservation. I think game preservation is a very important aspect. Because more and more nowadays, too, games are requiring you to be online, which means that if you go offline, the game has no longer any way to access it. It's very evident with gacha games, it's very evident with MMOs, right? And a lot of games will eventually hit that endpoint where, you know, nobody's playing anymore, and like even Fortnite might one day just disappear. Been trying to challenge, but really knowing which one. It's not that they don't know, it's that they want to misrepresent it. Which isn't any good. But what are they gonna do? Kick down my door and arrest me for hosting a Cobblemon server with guns? What are they gonna do? Let's be honest. It's one of those things like, sure, these things are illegal, but they're not actively gonna reinforce it in a way. They'll just take your games. Has that really happened that often though? There's been a lot of times when people say like they're gonna take your games away if you do this and that, right? And there has been small case files of it, but they're a lot more public, if that makes sense. It's sort of like the Final Fantasy mods in a way, where modding is technically illegal in Final Fantasy 14 and you could get banned for it. But even Yoshi P says that, like, as long as you don't tell people you're doing it, then you're kind of fine. They remove a bunch of musical from accounts. Isn't that because the movies outlived their copyright? Because that's something that a lot of things do regularly. It's because they eventually outlive their copyright and they have no choice but to take it away from people, right? Literally the only thing on Minecraft I play, yeah. I feel that. April Fools? What's the April Fools thing? Where they couldn't do anything with their account besides single player, which can also be blocked. Content on a lot of content creators? That's crazy. Like, what reason did they get banned? Was there actually a reason or was it a bug? Especially if they're content creators, they're public people. Because I feel like the average Joe probably would not be detected for like, oh, you are doing server shenanigans. But if it's a streamer like me, or like someone bigger than me, much more bigger than me, I could see that being a problem. Didn't mention it. I think so. It was very bad. For Minecraft or for movies? With Nintendo, they closed down their shops from old systems and games, make it impossible, so what do you expect people to do? That's the problem too, because like, digital is a very volatile thing. Because now all the 3DS games, and now soon Vita, that's a scary thing too. Vita is about to go, the marketplace for Vita is about to go down, right? There's a lot of Vita exclusive games that are probably just going to disappear forever. These people mass report for fake hate speech? Oh. So it wasn't like necessarily they got their script of their thing because they did something like post a Minecraft server then. It was just people being stupid and AI, I'm not assuming, AI feedback doing its thing. They couldn't play because of that? Yeah, that's really dumb. They still didn't mention it. I think it's very bad. The thing is though, like, I think it's something that needs to be told in digital literacy that there is a limited time copyright on pretty much everything. That eventually everything will like run out of copyright and you might be stripped of it depending on the service. Because Crunchyroll did it, I mean Amazon did it, if I remember correctly. So Sony doing it, I guess I kind of expect it, but I feel like it is something that the wide known public would not know. Fully blocked out multiplayer, they still couldn't play because of that? That's crazy though. Don't mass report me, chat though. Was it on Bedrock or was it on the, what's it called? Is it on Bedrock or is it on Java? Crunchyroll Sony? Crunchyroll Sony? Sony owns Crunchyroll? Make every boss the bloat? Items they show randomly usable items? That's interesting. That sounds like a crazy thing. Sony bought Crunchyroll? What the heck? When did this happen? Was faster than I anticipated? Why did you think it was so bad? I mean, Crunchyroll's been pretty bad for a while. Eventually games will be digital controlled, yeah. Make sure to get a game that you really enjoy and make sure that you have a copy of it, you know? Like a physical copy or a digital backup copy, you know? This is where I would recommend GOG heavily, because even Steam, you know? Even Steam has its eventual, like, you know, point of, you know, no return. Because a lot of their games do have, like, you know, DRM and stuff like that. They removed the comment section in Crunchyroll? That's interesting. Price increase? Oh, man. They must have a monopoly now, don't they? But yeah, I would say, like, more than ever, go to GOG, buy yourself a license-free game, download it into a hard drive or a flash drive, and keep it, you know? Make sure that what you buy is yours. Steam doesn't remove the content from your account. If you get banned, yeah, they do, don't they? I know, like, too, though, Steam does have a good thing where if you buy a game that goes off the store page, you can still have it. Like, I think the game I have, Chelsea and the Seven Demons, that game is off Steam, but I still have it, and I think I can re-download it whenever I want. So that's a good thing. even if they shut down. Oh, really? That's interesting. I thought GOG was like one of those things that like it's a platform sort of like Steam, but you can download all the like files of the game. So, but yeah, I'm thinking like nowadays more than ever, it's very important to practice digital literacy, right? More than ever, make sure that you understand what products are yours and what products you are renting, you know? And it's okay to buy a product and know that you're renting it, right? Something like, say, like you buy a digital game and it, you know you want to play it, but at the same time you know that like there's a chance it'll disappear. It's the same with gacha. Do it responsibly, knowing that this and that. But if you really like it and you want to keep it forever, make sure you go through the measures of keeping it forever, you know? Whether it's like downloading the game, buying it from certain websites, things like that, buying a physical copy. You don't just take the game and remove it from your Steam account for no reason. I mean, if you get banned. This kind of stuff is everywhere recently. I've been buying DVD recently, so I can watch anime, yeah. Thing is too, like, Blu-ray movies or animes is probably a good one to go with too. Especially nowadays. Oof, with the whole thing with Crunchyroll. Is that all you got, huh? Unenhanced warrior. What are you doing to get banned on Steam? I don't know. Jumps onto Counter-Strike. There we go. Not paying any online services, streaming that disappears, yeah. I don't like that service. I know Xbox has supposedly a really good one, quotation mark, the one where it's like you get all of the games in Game Pass. But even that one I'm still hesitant about because, like, you know, it's Game Pass, it's Xbox. But I heard it is expensive. KO! What games do you think do gaming originate from? Like examples of Half-Life? So many games borrow assets. I don't know if they borrow assets, but they do borrow a lot of ideas and concepts from it, right?
It's all over.
Like, you could see it based on the games and their gameplay. Because one thing I realized too is, like, especially with first-person shooters, a lot of first-person shooters didn't really have reload animations back then, like time splitters. You would have to, they would like put the gun off screen and reload it. Cheating in game just gives you a backband that counts as a different thing. Interesting. Because I've seen case files of people who lost their whole Steam account and they just lost everything. Backband on your profile. You caught me. I got backband. But yeah, I would say unless Steam lets you like download the games and, you know, be able to play it without Steam, I think it's also important to still buy on GOG. Granted though, it's not bad to buy on Steam. Just know that there is a, you know, there is still that chance that on Steam you lose all your stuff, you know? Okay, let me get this picture of this girl. Okay. For financial abuse, from what I know. I wonder what the first battle royale is. Here, Minecraft Hunger Games started it. I don't know if Minecraft Hunger Games started it. Honestly, I think like the first battle royale, if I had to guess, was probably PUBG, because PUBG started the whole thing. Now, maybe battle royale. I mean, battle royale is a movie. So I don't know if we could say that the game started the games. Like I'm thinking like PUBG in a way. They wanted to make people pay extra 10 cents for gigabytes used as tax on the internet. Guys, I didn't come here to be depressed. Why are you guys trying to kill me? You guys are killing me already. I already have enough of that in my life. Let's talk about Minecraft. Tell me about your Minecraft worlds, chat. But yeah. There we go. Turn the light off. Da, 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 da. Politician demoralization campaign. Yeah, but just enjoy the things that you have and make sure that you own them. That's my say. Who knows how much effect we have on politics and all that stuff and the current political climate, right? Just control what you can control, and that's whatever you can do in the immediate area. That's why I'm trying to like prepare my Minecraft world. I was a little shit and blew up my friend's Minecraft world. Dang. They removed that option? They removed the option for what? Minecraft? I was thinking about that though. I was wondering if there's a portable version of Minecraft, because I hate how like if you're offline you can't really access Minecraft. Don't need anything? I mean, if you buy a physical copy, technically you own it. Either that or you basically have a digital version of it and you just put on a hard drive or CD or flash drive. Not through piracy, of course, through legal means. But nowadays, yeah, a lot of things are difficult. What physical copy? Let me go pull up my Switch 2 copies. My Tomodachi life. Are you digital or physical? So, personally, I like physical games, right? But I wouldn't mind getting some things digitally, just to have it onto a hard drive or a flash drive, and then just like keep it there forever, kind of thing, so I can play the game whenever. Like, especially on the Switch 2, I know like Pocopia was on the game card, so I just bought the game digitally instead. Didn't you hear that Sony will not make any games? I'm not gonna lie, I can't think of the last time I bought a Sony game, much less a PlayStation. Do you know how many games that affects? Do you know what they're doing on their PS5? I love that joke on Twitter. It's like people are destroying their Twitter 5 and it's like, or not Twitter 5, their PS5, and they're like, do you know what they're not destroying? Pikachu pixel art? Yeah, that sounds cute. I want to do something with that in my world. Because I've never gone through the childlike experience of playing Minecraft. You wouldn't download a PS5. You know what else they're not downloading? It just works for everything! I don't know, that joke is really good. Reading the data, like 50% of the sales are physical. But yeah, I really haven't bought a PlayStation 5 or any PlayStation game in a long time. Any game that I was gonna buy on the PlayStation, I just bought on Steam instead. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to start a console war or anything, right? But I don't know. It's like, now that I have a PC, it doesn't feel like I really need a PS5. I needed a PS4 and a PS3 when I was younger, because like I didn't have a gaming PC, and a gaming PC was outside my budget, and Mama Sheep didn't want to buy me a gaming PC. So they got me a PS3 or PS4 or PS5. The real reason to own a PS5 was for physicals. I guess that's true, but at the same time, how many games can you buy on PS5 that you can't buy on Steam? And I get that people will buy physical, but people are already buying games on Steam. I guess the Switch 2 though. Switch 2 is gonna have to pick up the slack. I found it funny too, people were talking about how like the stores are just gonna sell Switch 2 games now. Like Switch 2, Nintendo has a monopoly in video game section of stores. Crazy to think, really. Astrobot's like the only good game on the PS5. I mean, there's probably a lot of games there, but the thing is, I can't think of a lot of games that aren't on Steam as well, you know? That's what I'm thinking, and like, physical copy does make sense though, but at the same time, it's on the PS5. Bloodborne, technically? Bloodborne on the PS3? Yeah, they're never gonna let go of that game, are they? Astrobot's on Steam, yeah. I mean, I think it's good to have exclusives, but Sony hasn't really been doing a good job with their exclusives. I think they should really start like picking up their exclusive line. They have a lot of good titles behind them, but they haven't really done anything with it. Like Infamous, right? They had Medieval. They had Spyro, which I found funny that showed up on the Nintendo Showcase. They had like a lot of games, like Naughty Dog games and stuff like that. Uncharted, that's just gone. Resistance, that's just gone. They have a lot of like titles. If you think Nintendo's bad with their IPs, like F-Zero, Sony's much worse. Exclusives are bad for players. I think they're bad for players, but I also think it's a good thing, if that makes sense, right? Because it kind of encourages, like, I don't know how to say it. Because, like, I really like that when consoles have exclusives, because it gives me a reason to get them. But I guess today's market, that's a little different because they're still pricey. Back then, consoles weren't so expensive, right? Because like a console would be like $300, $400, and compared to nowadays, that's super, super cheap. But like part of the reason I buy a Switch 2 is just because of the exclusives. And I want to say like the exclusives tend to feel better quality than non-exclusive games. Female Michael Jackson, Kanye West, White, her music inspired, found a couple awesome music. Oh, I don't know who those people are. I know Michael Jackson though, but I don't know who Kanye White is. I think it'd be interesting though if Sony just, you know, did just make exclusive games and then try to encourage people to buy their console. It's like a reason to buy it. There we go. I think Nintendo knows that. That's why Nintendo doesn't ever let go of their IPs. They rarely let other people develop their IPs, but I think Nintendo should let people develop their IPs more. Hyrule Warriors was really good. Pocopia was pretty good, right? And then the Metroid Prime series is done by Retro Studios, even though the latest one I heard isn't that good. I think they're like having other companies and developers work on their titles might be a good idea. What exclusive have they made lately? PlayStation? No, that's my point exactly. They have no exclusives. They really have no exclusive. What's your favorite game music? Final Fantasy XIV, I have to say. Along with Minecraft. Actually, Minecraft has been like picking up rank in some music that I like to listen to while drawing. But I want to say that I need more energy. Speaking of energy in Final Fantasy XIV, I know that I know I probably shouldn't, but I am really tempted to buy Final Fantasy XIV, get the subscription for Final Fantasy XIV onto my Switch too. That way I can just play it on the couch. They are just bad. I don't know what they are though. They didn't really do a good job advertising it. Like I would say Spider-Man, but then Spider-Man's on PC. I would say like Last of Us, but Last of Us is also on PC. Just pick the creepy music from Minecraft? No. I haven't listened to creepy music from Minecraft, and I will never will. Yeah, I think I want to get Final Fantasy XIV on my Switch too. I know I might have to pay a subscription cost, but that's a cost you guys are willing to make for me. Donate now, chat, for my Final Fantasy XIV funds. That way it's a little bit easier to jump in and out. He's stacked with money, guys, so we can stop commission. No, I need it. I need the Final Fantasy XIV, guys. I need it now. Inject it directly into my blood. Time to put it into your base. You guys already put the warden sounds in my face. Because I swear, every time I go in there, I'm trying to renovate it too. Every time I go in there, they what's it called? The sound keeps going off. Goes to Yote. Is that something they released recently? I never heard of it. It wasn't me. But yeah, if you guys go to my base, you'll see that I'm trying to renovate it, like fix it up slowly. I want to make it look nice, honestly. Like, I want to make it look really nice, but I have no idea how to make it look nice. So that's why I'm learning. Have you listened to Dancing Green 3 times in a row? Yeah. Favorite Final Fantasy? I gotta say 14. I like 5 as my favorite turn-based one, but 14 is my overall favorite. I spent so much time in Eorzea. Nothing they could do could make me hate that game. Gonna check it out, work on the secret room. The secret room of my base? It was very controversial follow-up to Ghost of Tsushima. Is that the only game they made? Like, only one game? One exclusive? Or do they have anything else? Because it's kind of weird that it's only one exclusive. Though, I kind of get it because, like, for some reason, game development has increased exponentially with time. Like, it takes forever for games. Still haven't found the original server files? I haven't, sadly. I haven't looked for it, but I have tried to go through my storage files and I didn't come across any Minecraft files. Unless it's under like file folder name which is a very high possibility actually. There's a very high possibility that I didn't bother naming it properly. Demon Souls remake? Oh yeah, Demon Souls was a thing, but Demon Souls is not a recent game. Do you not have the Curse Forge? No, I don't. Because I had to clear out files because my computer keeps filling up. Played Uncharted. I played Uncharted, but only the demo. And it was pretty fun, but it's kind of crazy that they haven't really done anything with the Uncharted series. It's literally like they're Indiana Jones. Shake my head, I still do. My computer filled up on files, and it's still filling up on files. I think my drawing files are too big. I feel like I got a lot to do. Is your homework folder that's filling up? Joke's on you. My homework folder was deleted years ago. Centuries ago. Naughty Dog got destroyed after The Last of Us, but did they still put out Last of Us Remastered? That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know what Sony really is doing. Like, I don't know what Sony's battle plan is right now in the video game market. Because they're gutting Bungie, which I kind of get, because Bungie hasn't been doing that well. But they completely gut it to the point where it's like they destroyed the IP of Destiny at this point. So, I'm not too sure what their battle plan is. You think someone that's in Sony is causing this sabotage? Name to something references. You caught me! They're still planning on running Concord? Are they? Like, are they? Like, honestly, I don't think they are. Because that seems like a really bad idea. Like, at least Marathon, I get. Because Marathon has, like, a small dedicated fan base. And they... Like, here's the thing, too. Right? I think the thing that really destroyed Destiny 2, in my opinion, was a lot of technical debt. Right? Because the game's what's it called? The game has been suffering a lot from technical issues when you think about it. File bloat, outdated system, right? And it makes sense why like they want to move forward with Marathon because it's made on a newer code system, right? So it might be easier to manage than Destiny 2. You were planning? I mean, that's crazy if they were. Don't make me delete stuff? Yeah. I get that. I'm just gonna do my thing, honestly. I think nowadays, more than ever, it's important to grasp what you need to do and what you want to do, you know? And I don't want to become philosophical or anything, or one of those advice YouTubers, but really, I think it's more than ever nowadays, you should find yourself. Become your own person, not what TikTok wants you to be. Plan 10 years into the future, guys in a week. Which I always found really crazy. Like, I'm sure Concord has its fans, right? Wow, have we listened to Dancing Green 4 times in a row? Okay. There we go. Let's start here. Actually, let's go like listen to this one. What if you want to be on TikTok? I don't know. I don't think you want to be a TikTok. I haven't been on the platform TikTok, but everything I hear about it sounds like a nightmare. AI recycled like stuff, content being stolen by other people. It sounds like a terrible place to be at. Toxic positivity and Western rot. I'm sure there's some people that like it, and I can't knock them for it because somebody's favorite game was Concord, but they did mishandle that. I think there's a thing too that like companies have been spending way too much on games that failure is not an option, and I think that shouldn't really be the case, right? The budget shouldn't be so high that they are dependent on one game succeeding. I feel like if they give Concord some time, like some room and some time to breathe, that the game could have survived, even with its ugly art style and all that stuff and the gameplay. Like things just take time. Same with High Guard. I think like High Guard could have just like took some more time. You know, Concord had no chance. Who knows? That's the thing, because like it's very easy to pivot on things. And you know, like that old saying that like when something is hated so often, you always have it in your head. So if they did it like a 360 and fixed everything up and then, you know, did their own spin on it, you never know. It's one of those things that hatred could easily turn to love. Concord may have been a really bad game, but I do think that there could have been potential for something there. It's just that nobody's willing to put the time into it. Uma News Skibbity Riz 1 Ohio? What? The horse? Skibbity Riz horse? I like how we have a horse named Skibbity Riz. Do you think we're gonna have a horse called 6'7"? I don't like how horse like races, the horse names come about by like the two parents, but do we have a horse named 6 and another horse named 7? It's so bad that people who grinded it didn't want to play it. No, I get it. I get it. But there has been bad games who succeeded, you know? But the thing is, like, I don't think the people who made Concord really believed in their game. Because if they did believe in their game, they would have took feedback, they would have adjusted it, and I do think that it also had a crazy amount of budget. Because I'm thinking about like No Man's Skies and Final Fantasy XIV. No Man's Sky especially was a big failure, but they turned it around. Felt like a high school project? It probably was. But I do think that like if they gave it time, listened to feedback, fixed all the things people didn't like, even if they kept the ugly character design, they could have had a dedicated fan base that liked their game. And I think that's anything any games like want at that point. Same with High Guard. High Guard might have not been the most popular of games and people really didn't care for it and were wishing that it failed. But the game had a base at the very least and a dedicated fan base, but it was too big to fail. And developers couldn't see it through. But if they just gave it more time, maybe even the oven, or like just let it survive for a bit longer, who knows? The way I see it, both these games, they're like art pieces. You can't really just say like the art piece is bad when you only draw a couple lines. You just have to keep like improving and reiterating. But that's why you need like either the funds for it or a development crew that's dedicated to making sure that the game is as good as it can be. The hero shooter genre is just the dead game genre. It just needs to be shaken up, really. Because Overwatch is gotten it, Apex Legend has gotten it, but there hasn't been any shakeup in the industry. And a lot of people don't want to make a shakeup, they just want to make a lot of money. But it's hard, don't get me wrong, I get it's hard. Especially nowadays, development costs being super high. For 10 years, they had the biggest game budget. Yeah, that's why I'm saying they're too big to fail. But if they were really dedicated to what they believe in with Concord, they probably should have done something better. Like, you know, have more QA teams, have more feedback. rather than just diving straight into just throwing it out there. Because I'm always curious, like, who in like Sony's like QA stuff really did approve of Concord's stuff? Because if no one was like, if they were spending that much money but didn't have anything for QA or even like testing, because I'm sure anybody with 2 eyes could see that there was a lot of things wrong with it, but who knows? Not hiring. Yeah, I think that's a big thing too, and I think that's what happened with Destiny as well. One of Destiny's 2's biggest failures is hiring big name actors. Because if I learn one thing, voice acting is very expensive. And some companies are smart by either minimizing the voice acting or what's it called? Minimizing voice acting or not having voice acting at all, right? Love it or hate it, Pokemon saves a lot of money by not having voice acting. It was toxic positivity environment. Would you risk your job to say the game is bad? I mean, technically, that's when you know the developers don't really care for the game. They're not really willing to listen to feedback. Because if you're not willing to figure out how to improve your game and hear what people are saying, then that's, you know, that's a death sentence. But it's hard to say. I'm not a game developer, and I can understand everybody has a different opinion in the industry. I'm just a little guy that draws boobies. People knows people will buy it if they release an unfinished game. So what is, they have to hit quotas. That's why I'm kind of glad that they're holding back on Wind and Waves, because it'll give them some more development time. But I do know there's like this balance. So in my opinion, there's a balance between release dates. You hold a game for too long and the expectations will go through the roof. It'll be really hard to satisfy it. But you release a game too often, it's gonna always come out pretty bad. But I did find it interesting because like it is that same situation with Dragon Quest. Because Dragon Quest has been longer and longer between its release dates, while Pokemon hasn't. And people know more about Pokemon than they do Dragon Quest in Japan because of the release dates. So I get the strategy behind it, and it kind of makes sense. Especially in today's industry of hyper-competitive video games. There's so much games nowadays. Keeping your name alive is really difficult. There are games that benefited from shorter games dev time. I don't know about that. I feel like dev time is always good, but too much is bad. Because Bethesda never released another Fallout or Elder Scrolls game. They think they time it with their merchant cards. It's smart. That's definitely for sure. It's definitely smart. But Pokemon definitely has been continued to be relevant because of their constant releases, and I don't know if it was a Pokemon dev that said it, but they are right. It's like every Pokemon game is somebody's first Pokemon game, you know? And it's always like they're always trying to appeal to that younger audience, which both good and bad. I do think that it could benefit from having an older audience, but I understand. I'm no longer the audience of Pokemon. I just play it. But it is nice to see that Pokemon's like a thing that could be shared generational. Kind of like Minecraft too when you think about it. Too old for Pokemon? Oh, I know I'm not the demographic for Pokemon. I'm 1000% sure I'm not the demographic for Pokemon. Speaking of Pokemon though, have you guys been seeing Power World? Alright, is it just me? Or is Power World pushing out more and more sexy designs? Make you likely to second guess your yourself, but it also makes you more likely to push out bugs and things like that, you know? Power World mention? No, that's Hytale mention. Have you guys noticed this? Let me see if I can find some of the recent Power World designs, because I'm thinking like I really like that Power World is going its own direction with the moves or the pals, but it feels like more recent. The designs have been getting sexier. I don't know if it's just me. Let me see. Let me see if I can find one. No. There's this one. Sexy cat. Right? And then they had like another one. Like, I don't know, they're feeling a lot more humanoid lately. Sort of like Digimon when Digimon reached their final form. This one's cute though. The little Pomeranian one. This one, the little maid girl. Right? I think they know what their audience is now. This one's actually cool. I like that one. That Quetzalcoatl thing. Oh, and I like this little slime golem. That one looks pretty cool. Let me see. There was another one. But yeah, basically, like, I feel like they've been pushing a lot more sexier designs. They're trying to bring you back. I'm not gonna say anything, chat. Can be fixed, bad, or forgettable story, can't. Yeah, so that's why development time is important, right? Appeal to the furries? Who knows? But I think it's interesting that they kind of lean more into it, especially in the game that you can sleep right next to your pals. I think they know what they're doing. They 100% know what they're doing. But I think it's good. I think like one of my biggest complaints before was that Power World didn't really had a lot of original designs, but all the designs they've been showing as of late really, in my opinion, are really appealing, right? They're original. They definitely don't feel like Pokemon, and I think that's good. I think if they launch like originally with all these designs, I don't think people. Well, I mean, people will still compare it, but I wouldn't have been me personally. I would not have compared it to Pokemon as much, right? Because there was a lot of original Power World designs that were very Pokemon-like. Whether it's the very similar body types to mashup of different elements, but you can't really say that about the later ones. I don't know if dev time correlates with a good story. I think so. Because like, it's one of those things that having more development time gives you more wiggle room and time to kind of consult and do all the stuff that you need to do. If you rush something out, it's always like, if you like decrease the development time and rush something out, you're always gonna suffer from having to finish things up on a budget more than like having something up good, I guess you could say. But I do know there should be a constraint to the time. Right? You can't have unlimited time on it, but you shouldn't have too little time. Counterpoint, Doom Nukem Forever. Okay, that's what I mean, that like games that develop forever are really bad. Like GTA 6 and new Elder Scrolls games, I feel like they've been in development for so long that I feel like it's gonna be really, really difficult for them to be super appealing. But who knows? I mean, GTA 6 has a title brand behind it, but that's why I'm saying there should be a balance on how much time you spend on development. Really, I think gaming is very interesting too when you think about it. Because despite everything that's happened, gaming is still relatively young when you think about it, in the grand scheme of things. There was a zombie inside? Wait, you might want to check your base. It's a lot... and it's a lot tighter. Yeah! Also there was a base. Yeah. I tried to tidy up. I'm trying to make it look better. That way it looks like a home and livable. I haven't gotten around to finishing it. I'm still thinking about to do flooring pattern. I think that's something I struggle with, trying to figure out how to do flooring and walls. Will suck in my opinion. It didn't show any gameplay. Here's the thing. I don't think GTA will suck, but I don't think it's also going to be the greatest game that everyone thinks it's going to be, you know? If anything, I think it's going to be sort of like GTA 5. But I don't know if it's because they didn't show gameplay. I think it's more just the fact that you can only do so much with a game, especially in today's technology. So there is a lot of limitations to what you really can do. And unless they figure out some sort of, you know, new tech that other companies aren't using, I think it's gonna really struggle. That said though, GTA 5 wasn't necessarily, or a lot of the GTA games weren't bad games. They were fun, they're playable, right? And I think GTA 6 will definitely be that. But sadly, I don't know if it'll reach the high expectations of players, especially at the cost that I've been seeing people say. I still don't know if it's true or not because I'm taking things with a grain of salt, but apparently some of the game is locked into DLC. Which is not excited. Me neither. I never really care for the GTA games, really. The only one I played was Vice City, but even then that was on the PSP, and I still couldn't get the appeal of it. The story looks to be bad. What story do they have so far? Isn't like the whole point of GTA is like me gangster, me mafia, booga booga, I'm illegal? But people excusing the price, DLC and physical release is insanity, yeah. That's why, okay, this is what I'm talking about. Tribalism? Tribal? I feel like there's been a lot of tribalism lately where, like, people do not like it when you criticize their game. Your favorite game or their favorite game or their favorite company, people have been, like, really hard on that. And it's also been, like, on the other end, too. Like, a lot of games are being defended to death by, like, their player base. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it's not that serious. I feel maybe I'm just too aloof on these things. And I keep everything at arm's length. And I was thinking about that. I wonder if I'm too distant from things. Never really holding things too personally. Maybe this is why I don't have a girlfriend. Not Day 1 DLC is the Ultimate Edition, which locks scars and 2 missions. That's crazy though. The old times when I played GTA on the PC, I was a kid. I drive people, that's all I remember. I mean, I like Crackdown. I don't know if you guys ever played Crackdown before, but I think Crackdown was, in my opinion, more fun than GTA. But that's because in Crackdown, you basically have superpowers, right? You were like a superhero. But in GTA, you're kind of like a normal guy with a gun. There's like nothing really super about you. At least in GTA or Crackdown, you're kind of flying everywhere. You're jumping up really, really high. You're really cool. Enough Isaac. I kept losing the challenge. Yeah. When you get to the point where you're starting to do challenges, you're going to be very frustrated. I heard the challenges in that game are super difficult. But good on you for trying to 100% it. Just $100. I'm not, like I said, I'm probably not going to get it. But you know what? More power to them if they want to get it, you know? I mean, I guess you like what you like. Not for me. GTA is quite overrated. I don't know. It probably has some praise to be sung because it is one like the original kind of open world games. Titan! Sorry. Titan! And it kind of like set up a lot of the open world aspects of some games today. But I do think that like nowadays, I wonder what GTA really does different from other games. Maybe it's a sandbox element? I heard people like to roleplay in those kind of games, and they like to, like, you know, live out a life that they don't have in real life. So, I mean, there's that aspect of it, at least. I'm done 9 for now. Do unlock items. You win them? Yeah. I remember that in my time with Isaac. Gameplay isn't that good. Yeah. Definitely not for me. I won't lie, but I could see it for somebody. I mean, honestly, if we're talking about crime and heist, I do think Payday games do it better. Like Payday 1 and Payday 2. Don't know about Payday 3, because I haven't played it. But I enjoyed Payday 1 and Payday 2 more for their heist aspects. But I really don't know what you do in GTA. I remember playing GTA with Basil before, and we played, and it was fun. But at the same time, I was still a little confused at what GTA's main aspect was. Basil mentioned. At best. So like Minecraft, basically. Like Minecraft. Hydrate. I don't have water on me, sadly. which I can get. I mean, if it's like a sandbox, kind of like Minecraft. Go fetch water? No, I'm not a dog. If it's like a sandbox, sort of like the Minecraft aspect, where you can really do a lot of things and do pretty much anything, I can see it being appealing. Sort of like how Minecraft, you have to create your own fun. I imagine with GTA, if it is a sandbox like that, you create your own fun, right? So I can see that being appealing. It's a different flavor of Minecraft. Duck Basil, how have they been? I haven't spoke to Basil since I've been so busy this year. But I remember last time I spoke to them, which was last year, they were doing well. They're just busy with their new job. So, the thing is too, I understand why they're so busy with their job, right? So, but I haven't spoke to Basil since because of everything that happened this year. But maybe I should get in touch with Basil. Maybe I'll get in touch with Basil and just like catch up. It's been a while. Message them after stream, maybe. It would be good to keep touch. I don't know. I guess that's part of me that I'm very distant. I'm a very distant person. But I won't lie that I've been busy this year, so I haven't really been kept in touch with people. Like if people contact me, that's good. But if I haven't been able to go out my way. GTA is about the social aspect. Interesting. So yeah, so it's like sort of like playing Gary's mod then in a way. Right? I'm imagining it's like Gary's mod where you go into the game, you do stupid things, right? Titan! Is that you can't really do most stuff? Is it? I don't know. When I was playing with Basil, it seemed like there was a lot of stuff to do. There was a casino, there was gun shops, there was pools. There was like a lot of aspects you could visit and like for lack of better like thing to do, at least like dick around. It was like a third space, right? There's that title again, third space. Because I remember it's kind of like what I was talking about with Minecraft. It's like a place where people can go and hang out and kind of like VR chat and stuff like that. I don't know if the earlier GTA games were like that though, but I know like the one that I played, which is the only GTA game I played in recent time, it had that aspect. Kind of like a theme park? Yeah, I guess you could say it's like a theme park. GTA 6 will be a single-player game, which wouldn't surprise me. It did start off in single-player routes. VR chat? Yeah. I think that more, like, after listening to that Defeat Satan, what a game to say. I get what you're saying, though. But, like, I think it's interesting, after listening to that video talking about third spaces, it had me thinking a lot more about, like, the idea of socializing online and having a space to play online with other people, even if they're, like, strangers, right? Which is hard to say nowadays because a lot of people don't want to play with strangers as much as they used to. But I remember back then, like, Growl was my third space. I would jump on, I would talk to random players, I'll just do my own thing, and then Maple Story was also my third space, right? Gaia Online was a third space. And I think it's interesting because nowadays, VR chat is that third space, when you think about it. For some people, Roblox is that third space. People who do bingo. Bingo's popular because of that, where people have been spending their third space time there. GTA 6 multiplayer is being sold separately. Isn't that what happened with GTA Online? I thought GTA 5 came out first, and then GTA Online came out afterwards, right? It's the same exact thing, right? Or did I miss out on something? Or is it different? I won't reach out to play with strangers, but online, yeah. Back then I was okay with playing with strangers, but I think nowadays I haven't been playing with strangers, but it would be nice to do that again, and that's kind of what I wanted to do with the Minecraft server. I wanted to make it into a third space where like people could just jump on, play, do their own things, or play together with other people. That's why I wanted to make like the trainer area, that way people could see each other. Came out afterwards. It was sold separately. Ah, so it's gonna be just like this then. So they're just repeating the same thing. Kinda made it worse online. Yeah, I could see that. This online space is kind of shit for socializing. I mean, VR chat seems like a pretty fun place to be on, right? And I think there should be... I think the spaces aren't as good as they used to be, in my opinion. Because there doesn't feel like spaces that you can just, like, dick around, I guess. But then again, I haven't done VR chat as much, so... It's famed for its creeps? Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess it's, like, hard to find a third space that's not creeps. the creeps, which is a big aspect of third spaces. But I want to turn that, like, that's what I really want to do with the Minecraft server, so I'll figure out this whole third space thing, because I do want to make it so our server is kind of like a third space for people to hang out, show things off, play together, you know? But I'll have to figure that stuff out. I do think there is an importance in having it. And back then, I did do a lot of things like that. I would just hang out in spots a lot where other players like join into, and I'll just be there. Even if I had never really talked, it was just seeing what people talk about and like maybe jumping into conversations here and there was kind of fun. There we go. I mean, I guess you could say MMOs nowadays are third spaces. Final Fantasy XIV, World of Warcraft. I think those are pretty good third spaces that people jump on, meet new people, hang around and play a game together with. Especially from my experience of Final Fantasy XIV, there's a lot of side objectives that people tend to do. Like, you could go to the PvP arena, do one-on-ones, you could go to the Gold Saucer, you could go do hunts, you could do like some of the side content like Blue Mage, you could just hang around Limsa Lominsa, you could go fishing together, you could go space and fish together in space, you could go to the ocean and fish together, you could go to the cliffs and fish together. They really like the fishing aspect. But yeah, there's like, I feel like the thing about third spaces has to be something that you can do there. And Full Armor is saying ... I actually kinda did. Okay, talking about my lame-o lone wolf days, right? Back when I was back when I played MMOs and I was like, yeah, I'm a lone wolf. I did just join spaces and I would like lean against wall and quietly stare at this. I was too cool to join in the conversation, but too lonely to leave. Back when you wanted to impress some girl, that was in one game, but for the other games I did it in, I guess it was just like my way of socializing, just, you know, being in the conversation, even if I wasn't part of the conversation. And I did, like for one game, Growl Online, I did do that for a while. Good times. But for other games like Maple Story and RuneScape, I was more like the cool, edgy, lone person who can do everything by himself. But I also wanted to I was also very, very nice in these games too. Like whenever somebody needs help, I would stop and help them, right? I told you guys about my Maple Story days, right? Like a lot of my fame points just came from me helping players. Like how people get stranded on the tower, Looty Tower, because they end up going too far and they were too weak to keep going. So I had to come in and like kind of clear a path for them. I was a pretty helpful player back then. And even now I would still help players. Like if someone needs help, they say like, hey, I need help like getting an item, or I need help with a hunt, or where do I get this thing from? Like there was a reason I was a mentor in Final Fantasy XIV. I got my mentor's crown, so I was helping people in Novice Network, people that were in raids, I would give instructions to, so. But I was always a solo player, first and foremost, right? So when I played Final Fantasy XIV, I did all the dungeons, you know, I did it in queue, but I played it by myself. But whenever I join a dungeon and someone says like, hey, first time in the dungeon, it's like, no worries, blah blah blah, here's blah blah blah, remember to do this. Mr. Alin Laphel, yeah. I'm like Kirito, but very chill. This is what secondhand cringe feels like. Don't tell me you never edged yourself in a video game. But I guess a lot of that carried over to what I do now. I like helping people with their stuff. And I guess that's part of the reason I feel guilty if my commissions don't help people. Like, I get people are paying me and it's just part of the job. But I really, really hope that whatever I'm creating and the things that I do, people are finding, like, success from it, you know? Either that or they enjoy it to a aspect that, you know, makes me feel proud of what I've done. I just like helping people. You tell me you got a project, I'm all on board to make sure that I can help you be as successful as I can. To my detriment, of course. To my detriment. Sometimes I do know I take in a little bit more than I can handle. Heck, I also like, okay, I won't say what I joined, but I did join a project recently. They've been quiet lately, but I joined project recently and I offered to do the reward prizes for people. So whatever the contest reward winners get is going to be something that I make. They haven't really said anything afterwards, and it's been a while since they talked, so I don't know if the project's still going. But I was happy, like, when they asked me, I was happy to join them. And there was another project too with a VTubers community. They wanted me to make they wanted to use one of the things I drew for the client to make a merchandise out of it. But I offered, like, you know what? I'll just make you something really quick. Like a chibi really quick that you can make original merch out of for them. And I did it free of charge. But granted, that was on my free time. Back when I had free time, but yeah. I'm always prone to help and happy to help. It's just that, you know, I'm a little silly with it. If they didn't, they wouldn't commission you, you know? What do you mean they wouldn't commission me? Huh? Wait, I lost track of the conversation. They wouldn't commission me for what? Drawing? Helping me with projects? But I wonder about that though. Because I do know, like, I wonder if that's good for a business sense. Because I wonder if it's one of those things that people will take advantage of my kindness. I think there might have been people at this point that are probably taking advantage of my kindness. Hard to say though. I don't know. I like to believe that people are being good. Nobody's taking advantage of me, right? Maybe. Probably. Hopefully. Yeah, they will. No, it can't be. It can't be. All these people that are asking for things, they would never take advantage of me. It can't be. No. Honestly, I don't know if they did, but I've only done like one free commission for somebody as of late. But that one, there was another project though, but I felt really bad for them because I couldn't complete it in time. So they asked for a refund. So, but I did offer that I'll do the project for free on my free time. So, because I hate it when I leave a customer unsatisfied. That's a given that people will take advantage of you. You just have to make sure you still gain something from it. I don't know. If someone did take advantage of me, they did it very politely. They did it very, very politely. There we go. Almost done with this one. She's pantsless. But like I said, most people, I guess the only thing that people have taken advantage of me is probably the price, because my pricing is pretty cheap. But outside of that, at least for some people, I know some people, my prices are pretty low. I know, like, for Canada, it's not apparently. It's a very expensive price for Canada, but people have been telling me my prices are way too low. It's hard to say too, because like I want to increase my prices, but I know my prices are low, but technically it's high for some countries. So it's hard to say what's the correct direction to go with it. Say my name! Sephiroth. Say my name! Yeah. I mean, taking advantage of someone is easier if you are polite and friendly. I guess that's true, but I mean, I still get paid for it, I guess. But I don't know, maybe I am. I'll just try to think more about that. It depends on what you buy though. Why you buy? Why I buy what? The busts are crazy cheap considering you get several drawings for the price of one full drawing. But the reason is because I use a different style, right? And I don't use it as a clean of a style for what's it called? It's a much quicker style that I really try to finish rather quickly. Still stand 3 versus 1. True, but it's I guess it's one of those things. It's like quantity versus quality, because with one you're getting a much more attentive drawing with more attention to it, while the other one you're getting more drawings. So, and they both take about the same amount of time in a way. But we'll see. I still need to like increase my prices, but at the same time I have to really consider global economy something. If you feel like your art is worth what you charge, then charge that, as long as you keep getting commissions. That's true, but it would be nice to kind of taper some of it off. Like, the thumbnail price is reasonable, at the same time... for the bad line art is still crazy, is it? It's kind of crazy though, because like sketches don't get any orders, funny enough. And I thought the sketches was gonna get a little bit more orders than other things, because people would like to preview and see. Thumbnails has more value in it, but it could only be usually used for thumbnails. It only has like one aspect to it. Because like when I send them the thumbnails, it's cropped off, so you can't really use it for something else. The art itself is very specific to something very specific. So there's a crazy value you get for it. Funny thing too is like out of all my orders, thumbnails go really fast. Like if I think there's only like a handful of thumbnail orders that go very slowly, but even an order of like 7 thumbnails, I could probably finish in one night. Probably 1 or 2 nights. Well, sometimes with like an illustration, I will take like a half day on it. Just to think about like colors and stuff like that. But we'll see. I do need to improve my art style though. I really, like, my quick art style has been getting honed, but I want to try to improve my rendered art style. I've been thinking about that a lot lately, especially with like seeing Nagu do her thing with Pixiv, and I've always thought to myself like, sure my drawing style has improved, but is it good? Like if I was to redraw old art style or draw an old drawing, like can I really say that I'm proud of it the way it looks? And then like I thought to myself that probably not, because I don't have the same technical skill that Nagu does. Nagu has a very like attention to detail. And that's why I think like I've been thinking about this a lot too lately, that like my art is kind of like the fast food of art. It's something quick, it's something junky. It's not something that's supposed to be appreciated, it's just something to do a job. And that's why I've kind of been wanting to improve my art style, which comes with time. And I think just practicing, of course, but it's something I've been thinking about. I'm like the fast food of art. The fast food of art. It's good enough to see in a game or something. I don't know if it's good enough to see in a game. I was thinking about that too, because I asked one of my clients to see their video that they made afterwards, and I feel like my art stands out too much. And I was thinking like, I wonder what I could have done to improve the art to make it blend better with the MV, you know? And that's why I was kind of like thinking about like, how can I push my art style to look so much more better, but not consume more time? Which is like it's a kind of, what did they call it when like, it's a paradox, right? Because in order for something to look much better, I had to spend more time on it. But at the same time, I want to make sure that like I can push some of these artworks out for people. Yeah, I could post a video that I saw, right? I'm sure they wouldn't mind. Right, here's the commission. You can tell that was my art style, and I think they did a pretty good job with the editing, but I think I could have done better with the art style. Here we go. But check out the video. They did a little music video with it. It's cute. Check it out, chat. Coloring digitally, I like the airbrush colors. Airbrush colors is nice. Get a smearing look at the paintbrush. You could try opaque brush. Opaque and watercolor brushes are good for blending. And if you're looking for just regular blends or you don't want to try to use a brush, there's also a blend tool that actually works pretty well, whether you want to blur it or blend it. Will it blend? But I was looking at that video and I think they did a pretty good job with the song and they did a good job with the editing. But I feel like my art stands out too much, and I want to improve it so it doesn't stand out like a sore thumb. Looks like it's a shading thing, yeah. That's what I was thinking too, and I'm wondering like, I wonder if my art style could be more universal. That way I could work in videos like that. But at the same time, I'm wondering like, what could I have done? So I might have to do some research on some MVs to see. Know who's willing to pay to be used as practice? I mean, we could, but at the same time, like, you know. Some shading and color correction, but I don't think it's your fault. I do think it's partially my fault. Maybe I didn't make it widely available, right? Made it easy for them to adjust it. Because one thing I've been noticing that I use a lot of pale colors. And I noticed it with a friend who's also artist, they use a lot of saturated colors. It's something I kind of want to experiment with, trying to use more saturated colors in my art pieces. But I don't know. I also think my line work could use a lot of work. Every time I see my line work and how it looks, but I think partially because like my thumbnails use a more messier thumbnail line art style, so I'm still not used to doing illustration line art comparatively. So, you didn't edit the video? No, I didn't edit the video. I feel like there's a lot of aspects I still need to learn too. I don't know. I'm still scared one day, like, I'm gonna be called out for the LARPer I am. Somebody's gonna be like, you don't know how to draw, you're just a LARPing artist. Then I'll fall to the ground and start vomiting and convulsing, and they'll be like, they're right, I don't really know how to draw. I've been just pretending this whole time. I think it's insightful though. I've been really thinking a lot about my art style. So it looks weird that your art is distinctive. I don't know if it's that. You made a whole art piece look fine. The thing is though, like in theory it should work out, right? Like, I feel like the simple character and the complex background should make the characters stand out, but they stand out a little too much. And I wonder if that's a fault to my art, and I've seen it too, because other people have been using my thumbnail bust on their Twitter stuff, and I've been seeing it, and I'm really scared that what I'm doing is like not good enough for the client, right? It might be a good price proposition, but I'm worried that I'm not helping them reach their goals. And I wonder what I could do to improve that. Kinda wish I had an art director. Other stuff are on the back burner until you're free, yeah. Feel free to reach out if you want something to practice, I'll pay. I feel bad for letting you do that though. It shouldn't be from your wallet, it should be from my time. But I appreciate it though, Swordy. You should shut up, Swordy. It could be the colors are so saturated. My colors aren't saturated though. I don't normally make saturated colors. Most of my colors tend to be rather on the paler side, desaturated. They tend to be bright and desaturated, which I tend to lean towards a lot. Feels like it's just my general coloring style. To get better? Shush. We'll see. I really do want to like practice more like a simpler but cute art style, in a way. I mean, like, I guess, I don't know if it's like a simpler style, but like the Blue Archive style, Ixie's, Naoki Saito's art style, Like a lot of those things, I like the way their art styles are very cute and simple. They work for what they do, right? But they also are very universal, I guess you could say. Like it works on a lot of things, right? Whether it's a complex background or not. Like another one too I picked up, and is an artist I used to follow back then, Ideolo. Like Ideolo had a really nice art style, right? Let me go show you one of their latest piece. It's a blue archive. They got bitten by the blue archive bug, but their art style is very cute. Like this hairstyle, like I need to study what makes it like work, right? Even the lines on the bikini, very simple, especially when you reduce it down. The shading is essentially what I kind of do, right? It's the line, but then like the shading is done. Like if we did like remove all the other stuff, it's basically just a yellow color, you know? Also Yuzu. But Ideolo used to be a big Toho artist, and now they got bitten by the blue archive bug. They're doing blue archive. There's no escape from it. If you like Toho, you'll like blue archive. You meant the opposite? The opposite? Rises from the ashes with the heavens. I've been trying to learn this song too. But I don't know. The thing is, I gotta figure out, like, I think part of the thing is my pen usage, figuring out what pen it is that they use. And the other thing is to, like, my generic art style. Like, I need to improve my general art style. Like, practice the eyes more, practice body shapes, stuff like that. Which is a tall order right now at this moment in time, with everything that's happening. But maybe one day. One day. I kind of want to try to be able to make art for a game. Because I was thinking about, like, if my art shows up in a gacha game, like, say, FGO or Early Blue Archive when they were using a bunch of different artists, would it work? Especially my more defined art style, the one that's not like the thumbnail art. I wonder about that. And I wonder, because that's what I think would mean that I have a good art style, if I could make a character that could fit into FGO, or do a character in FGO or Blue Archive, and it wouldn't look out of place compared to the other artists. Azure Lane, Blue Archive, FGO, with their variety of different artists. At least that's what I'm thinking. It's too flat for that? Yeah. I think I like thumbnail style, but I'm wondering about my regular style, like when I'm drawing like the regular portraits. But then like when you look at some artists in FGO, some of them aren't really the highest of quality. So at least they're earlier FGO. I think later FGO has gotten more consistent with the artists that they work with. But that's why I think I'm not technically skilled enough to really call myself an artist yet. I'm more of a just like a LARPer. I'm heavily just a LARPer, and I still have a lot of room to improve. Maybe it could be shading. No, it's definitely shading, but I think there's a lot more to it. I think there's like some fundamentals I need to use, some coloring distinctions I need to use, right? Some tools I need to use. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of tools I still don't understand how to use personally. Like I still don't know how to do the soft shading, and I'm trying to figure that out. Find time to practice. Okay, quick. Let me go make sure everything's settled now. Let me put everything down. Let me go pay my bills. Okay, let me see. Did this have a... I mean, people like my art style at the very least, and I appreciate they like it, but I think it could be pushed more. Just the question is, how much more can I push it? One brings shadow, one brings the light. I feel like there's a lot of things I could really do with my art style. Maybe think it's about the tool. I think that outline, something about the outline still bothers me. Like, even when I'm doing the outline for my other drawings, like say the full body and half body, I am self-taught mostly, so I had to like figure out a lot of tools, but I wonder if there's like some sort of pen tool that would work better for outlining. There we go. Not saying it's bad. I've seen worse in commercial products, worse tools. No time for practice. Alan would die due to overwork. Worth it for Alan's life. I appreciate it. But maybe when everything calms down, I'll have some more time to contemplate about this. Because I do want to push myself. Like, I want to make sure while people still have their eyes on me, I can do whatever they ask me of, you know? I want to be able to, like, be an artist that anyone could make use of. Whether it's NSFW commissions or merchandise commissions. You know? I don't want to be the best artist, but I want to be a good artist, I guess. And as of now, I don't feel like I'm a really good artist. I feel like I'm an okay artist, but not good. Like, not good enough to say, like, I'm proud to be an artist and I can show my stuff to people. I feel like there's a lot of things I still need to improve on. Either that or I'm just holding myself to incredibly high standards. It could possibly be that. Potentially that I'm just holding myself to incredibly high standards that I wouldn't ask of other people, but I do think there is some merit to it. I consider a try shading in black and white. I tend to do that, actually. I've been doing that a lot more lately because it's actually the faster way for me to shade, but I've been trying to experiment, especially on other people's commissions, so like they wouldn't know. Let me see if I can pull up one. Maybe I could use a Swordy commission, where I had to do a half body or something. I was experimenting with like multiple layers of shading, right, and seeing what I could do with it. Let me see if I could pull up. I think Swordy commission is like the one that I practice a lot on. What is it? Here we go. Like if I pull up a Swordy commission, right? So instead of like just going with color, I would often like say for, let me see if I can turn off stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go turn off some of these layers, that way. Like when it comes to the coloring, I've been like practicing more with not having it all on one layer and trying to play with the idea of doing lights and darks, essentially, right? So, and I saw this in a lot of things, trying to add more depth to it, but I need to figure out soft shading. I think that's the thing that I'm also missing really hard, is the soft shading aspect of it. That way I can add more depth to it. But yeah, I've been playing a lot more with it just to see what I could do. Multiple different layers too. So, like there's a tone right here. There's their normal shading right there. I've been looking at some people's pictures too online just to study it. And we have like the highlights, which it's probably too bright to see. Yeah, it's too bright to see. I would like turn it off and see. I would just go white. I would just go black and white and see what I could do. And then like if I go to Swordy's hair, same thing there. I would just like think about the depth of it and stuff. So I definitely been trying to experiment to see what I could do with it. Highlights, depth, all that stuff. Which I appreciate. I appreciate that like when I'm able to practice it on a commission. But I try not to like practice it on people's, you know, commissions unless they're okay with me practicing on them, because for all I know I might come up with something bad. I think I need to like experiment with different colors as well and different layer types. There's like a lot of things I could do. It's just that with thumbnails, I had to go with the simplest trajectory for both timely completion and for because like the thing with thumbnails is that I can't put too much details into it, because a lot of details is lost when it gets shrunk down, you know? And I notice that too when I do textures for like say pantyhose or things like that, that oftentimes it becomes a blurry mess on the YouTube. So it's interesting. It would be nice to have like a coach, I guess, maybe an artist to kind of talk to this about, but I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy who doesn't really have that many connections. At least with artists, at least. Oh, we'll see. I think it'll just take time. I think the thing is with art, I just need to keep practicing and just keep evolving and trying to figure things out, you know? And who knows, maybe I will get to that point one day. Or maybe I'll find my own path, right? Maybe I'll be a cute and funny artist. Doing Blue Archive art. You know, it's just like how everything evolves into Crab. All artists eventually evolve into Blue Archive artists. All artists eventually become Blue Archive artists. It just takes one character that you like to make you go over the edge. Just about practice, yeah. It'll take some time. I guess I'll just have to see. I hope I can be as good of an artist that every VTuber and client sees me as, really. Because I feel like my clients really appreciate me and respect me, but I feel like I don't deserve the respect. This could be imposter syndrome, honestly. This probably is the imposter syndrome of being an artist or in the creative field, but I feel like I do not deserve the respect that they give me because I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy, I say. What do you think of the pic I sent for our BA style? Let me see. The one that you just sent? I mean, I could do it, but I feel like that one has more detail than what I expect with the blue art style. Outside of depth and shading, it's very good. I appreciate it. I'll get there one day. We'll see. It'll definitely just take more practice. And I won't lie that I am much better than I was before. Especially when you looked at my earlier illustrations. Like, let me go pull one up. If we go back to a very early illustration comparatively. Let me see if I can pull something. Or at least not even an illustration, just a drawing. Well, I guess I can pull up an illustration. I have a lot of old fan art. A lot of old fan art you guys probably never seen of. Like this! Remember Doki Doki Literature Club? Wow, my art style really did change. Wow, I'm gonna vomit. Blah, 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 blah. First sortie to second sortie? Yeah. Very good art standards. I mean, I like to make up with my art with professionalism. So at least, like, I'm sort of professional. Then there's this one that I never really finish, right? I have all these ancient art pieces, right? I mean, the energy's still there. It's just the art style wasn't. You could tell because the outlines, right? And I came into like the outline style that I picked up from Atrian Odyssey series, right? I really like the Atrian Odyssey artist. And the Atrian Odyssey artist uses a lot of blacks to cover up a lot of things, right? So like if we pull up an Atrian Odyssey artist, and I picked up on this to kind of help give my art more depth comparatively, because back then it was just outline, and I was thinking like, why is it so thin? Why is there nothing to these outlines? What am I doing wrong? So I picked up on what the Atrian Odyssey artist does, and they put a lot of pure blacks into their piece, right? So you can see that I picked up on a lot of their skill sets. Can grow your abilities? Yeah, it'll just take time. Let me see if I can pull up another one. I'm gonna cringe! Guys, I'm cringing! Remember what? Oh, I guess you guys weren't there, but I did like some Fire Emblem artwork. I didn't know how to draw. I don't know what I'm doing. I was just drawing. Did I do this? I don't think I did this. Did I? I don't think I did this. This is not my piece. Where did this come from? No, I think I did do that. Did I? Yeah, I did do that. I could tell because of the lines in the middle. This is my art piece. Why does it look... It looks so different than something I would have done today. Kind of crazy, too, because I didn't recognize it as a drawing that I made. In fact, I think I was, like, doing, like, Fire Emblem Hero fan art. So, I did, like, that whole Fire Emblem Heroes thing. Yeah! Oh, I remember drawing something like this. But it doesn't feel like an art style that I have nowadays, which is kind of crazy. Really cool to see old art. Yeah, I don't have this posted anywhere, I don't think. I think maybe you'll find it on Tumblr. But you can see, like, I didn't really understand my coloring style either, because you can see I went with softer colors here. But I think the softer colors actually did do pretty well for this. Like, I think it's one of those things I do need to experiment with softer colors. Right? I did a lot of Fire Emblem Heroes. Still looks great? I don't think so, personally. I mean, I think that one was actually like the best piece of the ones I showed, because it does look like something that I would see in a Fire Emblem game for some reason. I thought it was like actually this Fire Emblem Hero sprites. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. I experimented a lot with stuff. But I think it just takes practice. It takes practice. Like, oh my gosh, Alin cringe. Neptunia? He drew Neptunia fan art? Cringe! LOL cringe! Like, this one came out pretty cute. This one came out pretty cute. I wonder why. Experimenting with shades and colors, yeah. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But the thing is, like, for every art piece that I do that looks good, I had a lot of bad ones, right? And I guess I still don't understand my general art style. I remember this too. I entered this in a contest. A Neptunia contest. Not cringe, take that back. It's very cringe, trust me. I'm cringing so hard, I'm vomiting. I'm cringe. LOL cringe. Let me see what else I can find here. What else do we have? I mean, this one came out pretty cute. I still like the way this one came out. The Princess Connect one. And I still don't know how I did some of these things. Wow, she's so flat. Kokoro. I think it'll take some time. Oh yeah, here's some practice stuff too I did. Right? Here's like some coloring practice. Like, here's some things that I guess you guys never really see. But this was long ago before I started doing commissions, and it was just like figuring out how can I like shade and stuff, and I never really could figure it out, but I still tried. I really did try. Let's see what else we have here. What else do we have here? Hakare Reimu? The Hakare Reimu? Wow. Cringe. See, even the hairstyle, I had a different way of coloring. I still want to figure out how to do that kind of like hair. I've been seeing some things of it, but I need to like look more into it. Pika Mirayo! I have a lot of VTuber art. Like even something like this. Maybe this is like one I could redraw and test this out. Because like I could definitely redraw the face better, right? This one's a very old piece. But the coloring I think I could have done better with, right? Because I've learned a lot of techniques since then. Like if we did a really quick like 5-minute redraw. Our little VTuber can't be so cringe, not serious. Cringe anime name. I know what you're talking about. What do you know emote though? I mean, Baki Art's known for insane shading, started with outfit. Oh, interesting. AI? I thought you were against that? Yeah, I love AI, guys. I'm sorry. Let me see. How would I draw this nowadays? What is this song? This song is pretty nice. You know, Pixiv is doing this whole thing. Basically, it's like a redraw event. It's like take an earlier art piece and redraw it. Maybe I should try doing something for it. Granted, I don't think I have time for it anyways. Well, maybe I could do something like that on stream. Like taking old drawing pieces and redrawing them. I think having an angular hand would make this look more dynamic. Wasn't there an artist that got banned off for making their art too real? Really? From Pixiv? That's some crazy skill set though, if they were able to convince people that they didn't draw it. And I guess it does look better nowadays. Could still use a lot of work. Granted, it's more like I'm just on the sketching phase. I guess it's interesting. Just looking back at a really quick redrawing something old, right? Coloring wise too, probably come out much more different since I have picked up more coloring techniques. But just on the redraw aspect. The expression, the overall composition, the overall feels a lot different compared to what I would do back then. I think that's interesting. I think it's interesting. I guess I have grown as an artist, but not enough. I'm gonna say it now, I haven't grown enough as an artist. When did I draw this? When did I draw this? I still have a lot of room to improve though. Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll be enough of an artist that I could be proud of, but we'll see. Alin moving the goalposts. I am moving the goalposts. I'm not there yet. You try to say something there, Alin? What? What have I tried to say, chat? It'd be concerning if you didn't have any room to grow. I guess that's true. I guess it's important that I'm not very content with everything. That way I still have room to grow. Can you imagine if I was the type of artist to say, no, I'm the perfect artist. You guys don't know any better. You guys don't know art. You think you could judge me about my art when you guys don't even draw? Imagine if I was that type of artist. A Google Doc would have been made years ago. hand composition is quite different than before, yeah. I've gotten much better at hands, and it's funny too because I didn't practice hands. The only reason I got better at hands is because of all the commissions I do. That I had to eventually learn how to do a way of doing hands that look decent, which is very important. Decent looking hands. My hands just had to look believable. That was my whole thing about it. It just had to look believable. A lot of those people tend to get into AI art, yeah. I was thinking about that too. I always wonder, like, I wonder if a younger me, because like back then I was, if you think I'm hard on myself now, I was harder on myself back then about getting better at drawing. But I wonder if a younger me would have fallen for the AI trap that I would never improve as an artist, so I need to do AI art. It's scary to think about. I feel like, I said it before, but I feel like people's lives can change on like the dime, really. It just takes one canon event to change your whole life's course, right? And for me, it was not giving up on art. That really did change my whole life's course. If I gave up on art like I did so many years ago, I probably wouldn't be here. I would be dead! Sorry. In Minecraft. No, you're stuck with us? I would be a streamer, streaming 9 to 8 hours a day, right? Alright, chat. I'm gonna do a marathon where I just stream as if I'm doing this as a job. Maybe, but you couldn't have, so no need to think about it for no reason. I think it's good to reflect. Because reflecting on the journey and the things that got you to this point is a good way to put things in perspective, how far you came, right? And looking back at the art, I did come a far way. And it's funny too, like during those times, I often thought to myself how I'm not improving as an artist, and nobody would ever, you know, I would never be able to work as an artist. I'll never be able to do what I really love, right? But look where I am now. I could draw cars pregnant. I'm about to draw naked girls. Actually, thinking about it, am I really in the right trajectory of life? Wait a second. I thought about it for a second. Is this the correct trajectory for my life? Maybe past Alin had a point. Drawing naked girls in the blue archive style? I could be like that guy with the monkey art, right? Definitely the correct one. Like the balloons, the person that like said, I learned the balloons art style. Here goes my commission! You guys know what I'm talking about? There's like a tweet where the guy that learns the balloon art style, he's threatening the developers that he'll make porn of their monkeys. Let me see if I can find that meme. Here we go. I learned how to draw in the Bloons official art style. Ninja Kiwi better follow my demands or else I'll not be held responsible for the evil that will be unleashed. That could be me with the blue archive art style. Imagine, chat. Just imagine. Here goes my commission. There you go. That's all it took for me to get everyone's commissions. I will appeal to the cute and funny audience. Some people will appeal to the what's it called? To the furry. Some people appeal to the West. I appeal to Blue Archive cute and funny. They have worse stuff in the Blue Archive vault, do they? I'm kind of curious though. I wonder if they have their own vault of stuff like Disney has their own vault. The Blue Archive Vault is waiting to be raided, chat. Who's with me? This art deserves to be seen, not hidden. Am I right, chat? We're gonna go to the Nexon headquarters and we're gonna raid the vaults together. There we go. Wasn't there somebody that was like that too? I think there was like an artist that was like in their 40s and they're drawing like sexy art, something like that, and he was talking about how like his whole life was setting up to this moment. That's me. I'll be in my like late 60s and I'll be drawing like cute and funny art from the mental asylum. They're talking about the evil Shimiko out having multiple designs that were too spicy. I'm kinda curious. How spicy could it be? Which one's Shimiko? Been the one we got. Which one's Shimiko? Let me see. Blue Archive Shimiko. It looks cute. Oh. Wait a second. I was like looking at this one and I was like, wow, that's really cute. I remember this character. I think I have this character. Then I saw the alternative. The yes, you can call me mommy art style. You know what? I will learn how to do this art style. I think I can. I will learn how to draw like a blue archive. Let me see. Color wise, they have like similar saturations to what I do. Your skin's a little brighter. Actually, funny enough, I think color-wise, they do something very similar to me. Let me see. Yeah, our colors are around the same range. Their darks are much darker though, so maybe I need to have darker darks? No, I have similar darks. Skin-wise, interesting enough. Okay. There's like a slight gradient tone here. Looks like this is like a soft brush. I think the outlines... Is there like a higher definition of this drawing? I wonder if I could find Blue Archive higher definitions. Because I wonder if I could study how their outlines look. But their outline look relatively thin. This is the safe version? That's safe? I say as I show it on stream. But that is the type of art style that you would say, like, your son also called me mommy. We'll see. Maybe one day I'll reach that point. One day I'll be able to reach such heights. And then maybe then I would feel satisfied with myself. No, let's not lie. I would still be dissatisfied with myself. But at the very least, I'll feel better about myself. No, let's not lie. I will still be disappointed in myself as an artist. Why does it suck to be an artist, guys? Why does it so suck to be ambitious and dream big? You know what they say? Life's gonna suck when you grow up. Out rerun. Other designs couldn't be shown. Dang, that's crazy. Go big or go home. Yeah, you believe in me, chat, right? Do you think we could make something incredibly cute and funny? Do you think we could learn the cute and funny art style? Would you guys like me more if I could draw Blue Archive style? Alright, I think this one's done. Let me go put the underlay layer. Seems like there's a piece over here. Alright, but this one's generally done. I'm gonna share it with the client and see if they like it. Are you this Blue Archive? I would pay to see it happen. We'll see. She made the cosplay herself in the story? Dang. Aw, thank you, Yo. Why can't you guys be like Yo and support me no matter what? What if I draw the Tumblr art style? What is considered a Tumblr art style since nobody really goes in Tumblr? Do people still use Tumblr? Alright, let me send this to the client, see if they like it. It's the corporal art. What if I draw like Concord? Would you guys still like me? Even if I had like a really fun personality, but all my commissions look like Concord. Would you still enjoy my presence? I would refund? No! Here's how, even if my personality's funny and silly, how it came out. Anything need revising? Okay, so this one's complete. Next set. Do we do outline? If I do outline, let me see. This one's due on the 4th, so maybe I should work on these ones first. Concord has no soul. What if I gave it soul? Watch this. I'm gonna draw Concord fan art. Let me draw the garbage can. What if no? You have a good argument, but my counterpoint, no. Okay. Let me download all these from my assistant. Okay. But then again, maybe I should do my sketches, actually. I do need to send sketches to Fifi and Fufu, so... I really like how two of my bigger clients' are like so close in name. It makes it really fun to say. Okay, so this one is Phasmophobia. Okay. Another one I need to do an order for is... Will you press the button? Okay. Okay. I think I have an idea. How is the trash can the best design in the game? I love that trash can, actually! I won't lie, the trash can design I really liked out of all the characters. Alin Laphel saves Concord with one simple trick. Gives everybody boobs, including the trash can. Boom. Okay, this one's a Fufu one. And then it's one of those things that says, like, button. Ba la 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 la. Something like this. We should come up with like a funny thing that the button says. Maybe we should have like maybe it should be behind her, where it's like press if blah blah blah, and then press if blah blah blah. Let me see. How does this game look? Will you press the button? Let me see what this game looks like. Ba la 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 la. Okay, so it's this game, the one where it's like you have to press the button, but let me see. Let me go have her thinking. I mean, I'm not one to judge a trash can. I could be a trash can until you accidentally send each other commissions. I actually accidentally did that because one of the clients, I'm not gonna say which one, right? Between Fifi and Fufu ordered a really big order, but I sent it to the wrong one because their names are so close. So I was like, oh, I'm suddenly sending you a $500 bill. Will I press the button? Yes, buttons are for pressing. I had to apologize because I didn't want to scare them off like, wait a second, this is Alin, guys, a scammer. If they were self-aware as singular corp, dogs and not anyone with power, yeah. I mean, they might have liked the art style. It's just like, turns out that nobody else did. Because art's always subjective. The only thing objective in art is cute. If you send enough fake bills, someone will pay. I like the way you think. Everybody check your mailbox right now. Check your mailboxes. Which outfit did she use in this one, actually? Let me go check really quick. Let me see. Did she use her standard outfit? She used her standard outfit. Okay. On our Rock Bait, they do pay. How's new pipe bomb or fraud? Yeah. You got me! Alright, chat. How many orders did you make? Wouldn't that be fun of a gacha? Alright, hear me out. What if we did a commission, but it's based on gambling? The price of the commission is determined by a roulette. Good idea, bad idea. Alan just sent me $1,000. Wait a second. Check your PayPals right now. Alright, today's roulette, we are determining how much Owo's commission costs. Next Sheepy shop? Okay, that'd be pretty funny actually. The price is changed every hour. No, what if it's like the prices change every 5 minutes, right? So you might have to spend a lot of more points or you might have to spend a lot less. Da 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 da. The Wheel of Misery! The companies will pay you if you send them an invoice, but it's crime, really? If you see the future but can't remember anything, can I reroll my commissions? Depends. Can you reroll your stats in Genshin Impact yet? There's plenty of quality will depend on the price you pay type of commissions. Alright, chat. The amount of sheep tokens you spend will determine how good your commission gets. In fact, okay, hear me out. Big brain strat, guys, okay? What if I have a commission that starts at $20, right? And it's just me drawing your character. But the more money you pay, the less clothes on the character. And you have to find that sweet point where you pay just enough to get all the clothes off, but not too much. It's like the Wheel of Fortune, but for NSFW. Man, I am having these great ideas. Pay too much and you get bad? Yeah. Pay too much and you get skinned. We go beyond the clothes and you lose your skin. Pay even more and you're just bones. Pay even more and you're just atoms. Oh man, they call me the big brain VTuber. Okay, we're gonna try 2 types. Fufu wanted something specific, but I kind of like it with a normal face, but I'm gonna try seeing. So I'm gonna do it at the pee-pee frog face that she was looking at. Okay, let me see. I guess you should be looking down at this thing. Don't think that I could do the pee-pee frog face without looking too crazy in my art style. Maybe if I adapt it. No, that's too cartoony. You think she would like that? Maybe if I had her hands together like this. She's like contemplating about pressing that button. She's like, She's like, well. Would you press the button? You gain another 24 hours every day is frozen. Wait. Would you gain another 24 hours every day? Time is frozen? Or whatever it just works, but you can't drink coffee? So wait, you gain another 24 hours, but I can never drink coffee? Yeah, I would press that button. Look, I drink coffee, but it's not like I think coffee is the best thing ever. I drink it more out of necessity more than out of favor. There's only been a few times that I said like, yeah, this coffee is really good. Coffee I need for survival, not for necessity. You forgot the aging part? Do you mean I'm gonna age faster? I'm kinda okay with that. I'm gonna die eventually, let's be honest. It's over for me. Alin drinks coffee, gets a 2x speed buff, yeah. Dies of old age in 2 hours, yeah. Twice as fast to be exact. I'm okay with that. I don't know, what else do I have to live for? I reached all my goals. I wonder if there's a way to make this look cuter. We'll see. I'm gonna send this to the Fufu as is. And if she asks me to make it like with a cuter face, I can. Could you survive an extra 24 hours though without talking to us? Yeah? What part of Alin is kind of hermited and he used to be a lone wolf? Did you guys not get? Wow, I'm sorry guys. I'm a bit of a loner. I'm actually an introvert. I don't know if you guys notice how much of an introvert I actually am, but I'm super introverted. Maybe we should have like something in here. So you hate us? No, I didn't say I hate you guys. But there it is, the but. He doesn't care about us. No, I care about you guys. It's just I like my alone time, right? Would you guys like to hear me for another 24 hours? Let's see. We should have it like, okay, how about this? We'll put what it says on here. So it'll be like blah, blah, blah. And then the last word here should say but, right? That way it's like one of those things like you were wondering what she says, okay? Okay. We should do a 24-hour stream to test it out. I kind of want to do. Okay, I was listening to a video and they were talking about like a streamer that did a jobathon, and the whole point of jobathon is that they stream like a 9 to 5, right? So they stream as if they're doing a 9 to 5 on stream, right? I was thinking like that would be kind of fun to do. Like if I spend a whole month and I do a Jobathon where I stream 9 to 5. From 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening. Monday to Friday. Would you press the button that gives you $1 million but you lose, someone loses that money? Probably not. I never really needed money. I mean, it would be nice to have $1 million. But if somebody's losing that money at my expense, probably not. You can speak salmon, but... But that's totally what you need, yeah. Maybe when everything calms down, we could do it as a stream idea. And it'll be just like, I'll still do my normal things, right? It's just gonna be basically like a live stream where I'm literally just doing my normal things. So like Monday is gonna be my video editing day, and all the setup for stream stuff. Tuesday is gonna be art streams. Wednesday will be Minecraft for the whole day. 8 hours of Minecraft. Thursday will be another art stream for 8 hours. And then like Friday, Saturday, Sunday will be a game day, right? So it'll just be my regular schedule. But then again, maybe I have to like do it like intersparingly. So I have to like weave in more art for the weekends because I don't know if I could do an 8 to 9 hour like art game stream because of, you know, having to do commissions still. But I wouldn't mind doing like art on stream for 8 to 9 hours. For today, have fun drawing. Thank you. Have a good one, Plague. Thank you for the conversation. I'll probably have to call it soon. But I think it'll be interesting. I want to give it a try, the idea of a 9 to 5. I mean, I used to work a 9 to 5, I guess you could say, but it was more like, you know, education-wise. And you know how education is, that technically it's not a 9 to 5, but it is a 9 to 5. You work on the weekdays. They offer you the immortal cell button. Is it this button where it's like you are immortal, but there's a snail that will kill you and it's chasing you every day? I know what you're talking about. I would never do that. Not because of like the snail and outrunning the snail, just by the sheer fact that being immortal sounds like it would suck. Look at the immortal from Invincible. There's a reason why it's called Invincible, not Immortal. Was $1 million? I probably wouldn't even do it for $1 million. The constant stress of knowing that there's a snail always constantly chasing you, breaking through walls just to get to you. Like, the thing is that maybe if there's an alarm or alert system, but it sounds like it's basically something that's moving at a snail pace, but that's intangible, right? But if it's like explodes wall and you know it's coming, then yeah, that wouldn't be so bad. Because then you could just run off and do it again, right? I would put like a bunch of like loud alarms around me a distant away, that way I know that it's time for me to move. And the question is, how big is the snail? It could be like a skyscraper-sized snail. You know? I think there's like a lot of facets to the question, but if there's no way for me to track the snail's movement, then no, because it's intangible. Because I could just wake up dead one day, you know? Just because like I didn't keep track of the snail's movement. I guess you could say you could pay someone to keep track of the snail's movement. What if it's a hyper-intelligent gorilla that could be killed, but will spawn back every year? Depends. How strong is this hyper-intelligent gorilla? Like, is he like Elon Musk intelligent? Or is he smarter than the average gorilla? Because if he's Elon Musk intelligent, then maybe not. I mean, I guess if he's Elon Musk intelligent, he'll just spend all his time on Twitter. Mega smart? Then no. Because if it was just like a smarter than the average gorilla, but still like human intelligent, then maybe, because then like I could just get a gun, like a bodyguard with a gun. But yeah, just wants to kill you, then no, because he's gonna win. I've yet to see man outsmart gorilla. You may outsmart banana, but I've yet to see man outsmart gorilla. There we go. Alright, I think this is a good sketch. And then I'll pitch it to them. Okay. Just like work? I do kind of like work. Because my work is just drawing dumb memes. Foo button. Look, if your work involved just drawing stupid things, you probably would like your work too. There are humans with less IQ than a gorilla, yeah. That gorilla's gonna win. Even the body cards will have less IQ. Alright, let me go at Fufu. Okay. Sonic Boom. Alright, next one. I do like my work though. And soon too! Soon, chat! I will be drawing naked people. Who can say they enjoy their job more than I do? What song is this from? It's Final Fantasy 14, but is this from a fight? Forging Crimson. Is this Ruby Weapon? No. This feels like a Final Fantasy 6 song, but I can't remember. No, you'll be drawing people naked is something. If you like drawing something that. If you like drawing people naked is something else. No. Not to say that I unsay so, right? But. Okay, let me come up with a Fifi one, and then I'm gonna draw the rest of the thumbnails tonight. Let me check on my order list. Right. Oh, they got back to me. Glad you like it. I'll make the delivery, and thank you for commissioning. You and your butts? They're not butts. They're highly intelligent mounds of bottoms. Alright. Wow, that was fast. My client got back to me really fast, so I can submit this one. Okay. Is there nothing wrong with it? Okay. Hey Netso, how are you doing? You called me while I'm submitting a commission. So give me a second. Do you guys want to like a emote of you guys like this? Just chunky? Do you guys want to be chunky? I could easily make you chunky if you want. We could also have a chunky emote. I'm doing good, right? I'm doing better. I feel better. I'm a little tired though. I probably want to take a quick nap after stream before I go to the hospital. No, why not? My mascot, sure. You're saying you want Sorty to be chunky? Is that what you're saying? Because that's easily done. Right? We could do something like this, right? Oh, we gotta make her look really sad for being so chunky. Is she the mascot? Yes. I don't remember. I don't remember the Sorty design. Oh gosh. But they have big ears. Oh, but they should be fat. Fat ears. Oh gosh. It's like really chunky. So basically you tried The drawing made of us? I don't remember actually. Have I done this bit before? Have I done this bit? There you go. Pretty sure it's the pin mascot. Christ. That already. There you go. Boom. Me and my 1 second drawings. It wasn't as chunky as this. Everybody. What if we do a. Okay, hear me out. What if I have your character here, but it's just chunk? Just big, humongous chunk. And it could be anybody. Do you think there's a market for it? Do you think people will like your character here where I just make your character chunky? Editor wants to be it? Leave it to me! Let me go back to this drawing. Your character here, better. I don't remember how to draw Feather either, but I do know you have like a little ponytail braid. Boom! Describes it all. So sad. Wow. What about Moku? I don't remember how Moku looked. I think he had like emo hair, right? Boom! Glasses. I think he had glasses. Beautiful! See, I'm telling you, there's a market for it. We could make it into an emote. We could make a your character here emote. Well, would it be considered bullying? I'm worried that people like would consider it bullying. Like, do you think Twitch will consider it bullying? It's kind of sad because I wouldn't think about that, but nowadays I think the climate's a little different. Am I bullying you guys? Speak now or forever hold your will. Except for Swordy. Swordy doesn't get a word in this. Would it be considered bullying what I'm doing here? Lord. Okay. We need Alin. So it's not considered bullying. Well, we need to do an Alin version. I'm gonna beat your butt. Watch this, guys. Okay, we gotta make it even more pathetic for an Alin version. Okay. And he has to be like rubbing his little tummy. His little tummy. Like, oh, scratchy under his man boob. There we go. Yeah. And he has to have a hamburger. There we go. Watch this, guys. I'm putting all the effort to Alin bullying. Tiny little ears. There you go. There you go. This is what you guys want, right? Tiny little horns because he has to compensate with his belly size. Tiny little hat. Oh, we gotta make him chunkier. This is the wall. He's ready to tank. Alan's a tank player. Can you tell? Why, yes, I am a tank player. How could you tell? And then he has like a little tiny coat. Oh gosh, we should make the tiny coat like scrunching in his face. Oh, Alin, you really let yourself go. There you go. I don't feel like it will completely flop. It's really upsetting. There you go, guys. Oh, we gotta have like more fat flabs kind of like coming out. There we go. Oh man, that looks suffocating, right? There you go. There you go. This is it. Your new YCH. Oh, we gotta... Do the belly button stick out if somebody's a little fatter? I don't know. I never seen fat people. Anybody like on the larger side. But oh, sure. Cannot contain this. I feel like we're reaching new. Oh, we need to have like fat sticking out. There we go. Out of the shirt. Yeah, yeah. And then like had to be a little bit thicker legs. I feel like we're reaching a fetish zone. Is this a fetish zone? Did I reach absolute fetish? There we go. There we go. Why, Alin? How could you tell that this is your fetish? Went through walls, through boulders. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Oh, oh. Oh, he's vibrating. There we go. There's something you want to tell us? No, no, of course not. No, no, of course not, guys. I'm saving this for a future thing, so whenever I need to post something on Twitter, this is the next drawing I'm gonna use. When I don't have time to make a post, I'm gonna use this as my next drawing. There you go. We'll call it Alin Laphel. Wake up, chat. New Alin just dropped. So tomorrow, yeah. Alin would draw you as a boulder. Yeah, some people will get drawn pregnant. Some people will drink drawn as a boulder. Okay, Alin. There you go. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was submitting a commission, wasn't I? The strongest Alin. Yeah, they call me the heavyweight. You thought I was heavyweight before? Watch this. Ever so slightly off task. I mean, it wasn't too long. It was like literally like a 5-minute diversion. It's what they call vent art, chat. But then one day I will be drawing vent art of naked people, you know? But right now my vent art is gross and monstrous. Okay. Don't submit the boulder by accident. 5-minute drawing adventure. Yeah, we just went a little on an adventure. You know, Rick or Morty. Calling people fat, people gross. No, I don't think. The thing is, there's a difference. I think being like slightly larger or even larger can be beautiful, but if you're uncontrollably obese, where it's a problem, that's when it becomes problematic. Which is what that drawing is. That's my defense against Twitter. If Twitter attacks me for it, that's my defense. American, yeah, my American size. That's my defense though, chat. There's a difference between, like, it's sort of the same with like muscles. You can be really good looking with muscles, or you can be grossly over muscled. True size, Alin? Yeah, you caught me. Get in my belly, chat! It could be the same thing with everything, even like being grossly underweight, right? So don't misconstrue it, chat, and Twitter, and Tumblr, and anybody else that decides to misconstrue it. This is why Alin doesn't have muscles, yeah. I have the otter build going on. Speaking of which though, like speaking of otters, funny enough, I was thinking about my friend back then, right? In fact, they're my friends still, right? We haven't just kept in touch. But they became a furry, right? But back when we were younger, they like to draw us as animals. Like one of my friend was a cow. They were a sheep. Interesting. How do I think about it? I think they drew themselves as a sheep. I think they drew my friend as a dog, and they drew me as an otter. That was the otter build. I should have been an otter in their memory. They're still alive though. They're still alive. But I should have been an otter, like Alin Laphel, the otter VTuber. And then I could make otter puns. They'll be like, oh, this was an otter disaster. You otter, talk about it. Are you the friend, Alin? No. No, I'm sorry. I don't like furries that much. Quotation mark, much. And animal transition. Thank you, thank you. Would you guys still like me if I drew only furry art? What? Gray PNG bus ready to use. Okay. And let me go submit this one. I almost submitted the wrong one, chat. Give me a second. Let me make sure. Let me look back. I forgot to make the thing too. It's good that they're scary. They can be scary, but they're kind of cute. But I thought the sheep fit me better because, like I said, you already did your furry art. I did. I talked about it. Like I think sheeps fit me better because, you know, timid, creative, timid. timid. It was especially for the timid part that I chose to be a sheep. When the heavens asked me, what would you like an isekai as? And I said a sheep, and they were like, you got it, bro. It was because I was timid. Okay. Whoops. Sunflower. Alright. Alright, let me go submit this. Where did it go? Alright. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream as much as I did. It was fun. I didn't go vent about my life this time, so I could keep the VOD. I didn't talk about my life like crazy. But thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream as much as I did. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for the stream. It was fun. I'm glad you guys had fun. But I'll probably be back tomorrow with some more art, and then probably back on Sunday with some more art, if I'm still here. But it was fun. I got a lot of things done, funny enough. I finished those things. I got a sketch for Fufu. I was very productive despite not looking very productive. But I needed this. I got my groove back, sorta. I think I need to stream more so I could get my groove back. Alright, submit. Wait a second, let me go write this stuff down, the order. Okay. Cute, sweet, VTuber. VTuber thumbnail. Thumbnail asset. Thumbnail bus. YouTube thumbnail. Thumbnail order. Thumbnail. Keep up that workflow. Yeah, I will. Okay, so that one's done. So I need to finish this order that has 7. And I have to finish this order that has 11. I'm okay. Wait, did this one... Okay, so this one didn't get back to me, so I can submit that order later. Then I have to finish 3 different orders. Okay. And then this order has 5. It also has this. I get to draw this! I get to draw this, chat! Got any inklings for the schedule should be normal? I have inklings. I think tomorrow is the 4th of July, so I'm trying to get as much things done as possible. So I might lose 2 days depending on what happens. That's not my order. But I do have a prediction maybe on the 6th or the 8th. Let's see. That I'm gonna have to stay in the hospital, so I need to get as much things done before then. So we'll see. In your name, as I said that I would do. Thank you. And I'll make sure to eat them. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed the commission or the drawings as much as I did. But the thing is with this one too, it's a character or a VTuber that I like the drawing of. So it's gonna be interesting. Like I really like her design. So it's gonna be interesting me drawing this emotion on their design. And it's not because they're flat, chat. Not because it's like Cecilia Immergreen flat or Nina My Ininess flat or some sort of flatness. But you see, chat, it might necessarily be Petan, to the Petan. My dog came to me. Name. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, I love you. You're so cute. Oh, I love you so much. Don't lick my eyeball. That hurts. Ow, stop licking my eyeball. That's gross. I'm gonna get pink eye. You lick your butt.